This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to We'll Run For. This is your host, Tom. And with me, as always, are Aaron.
Pork roll.
Michael.
More coffee, sir, please.
Oh, God. And Diana.
Look, I don't know which of you fools calls what, and I legit thought you wrote that in the show notes.
As you can see, we're having a good time.
We warned you.
Him.
We warned you.
Yeah. How is everyone doing?
Are we all recovered?
Yeah, we're going to get into what we were up to a couple weeks ago when the four of us were all together.
Yeah. I
But,
feel like it's taken me this long to recover. And yet, I was home for like 4 days last week, not working. But I had like so much to do. Sorry. I had so much stuff to do around the house. I like didn't get a break at all. And I'm still feeling like exhausted and I didn't get a chance to recover.
Well, didn't you guys also get stupid drunk this weekend too?
Yes.
So,
I know
if you're not recovered, that's probably not from Margaritaville, but the second occasion of stupid drunkenness.
We have overbooked ourselves again. Like, I don't know why this happens. Like, we'll have nothing for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And then it's like a combination of like me and then Tom getting like really excited. And then it's like every single weekend is booked. We're literally booked from now until Christmas with something like every weekend.
Oh my God.
Well, that's how we were from mid-August to last weekend.
Yeah.
Where literally for 10 weeks straight, it was like ridiculous insanity.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're kind of have a little bit of a break until mid-November. Well, till Batona. So we really only have 2 full weekends of nothing. And then after Batona race, we have
Coast /
like,
Disney.
yeah. And we have you guys coming in for Philly Marathon,
Yeah.
and then we have Space Coast, and then we're in Disney again, and then the holidays, and yada yada.
Yeah,
So
it's just a lot.
It's all self-inflicted.
Oh,
for
100%.
sure, yeah.
So
100%. We wanted to die after the Margaritaville weekend. I mean, like, as it was the weekend before we had been away, and then we were away.
The weekend before
like,
that we
I
were
mean,
away.
it was so much.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a good weekend, though.
Yeah. Excited
really
to talk
fun.
about it.
before we get into that, do we have any 5-star reviews?
No, not this time. No 5-star reviews.
People,
It's okay.
friends,
Next time.
friends of the pod, friends of your friends. We would love for you to leave a 5-star review on whatever platform you have. Actually, just Apple and Podcast Addict. It helps people find the show. We really love your feedback, and we love to read those reviews.
And we hate droids.
And we hate droids. Wait, I didn't say that. Wait. But if you do leave us a review with comment, I will run 5 miles and dedicate it to you. And that may not seem like a lot to you, but as someone who is struggling to get out of the door and actually run, I would love that motivation. So this is kind of selfish, but please leave us a review so I can have a reason to run, because I need
And
it.
train for your half marathon coming up in 2 weeks.
Oh, gosh.
Back-to-back half marathons.
That is... Wait, hang on. Did
No.
you say 2 weeks?
No, it's-
because I had
it's
no
like-
concept of
It's
how
like
quick
3
it
weeks. It's like 3 or 4 weeks out.
was. No, it's not 4
No,
weeks.
it's not.
It's
It's
not
like
for-
3
but,
weeks.
Wait, it's the
Oh, is it
19th.
3?
It's November 19th.
Oh, it's the 19th.
Yeah, so yours is 2 weeks, a week and a half. So, yeah, so 3.5 weeks.
3.5 weeks. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you have 3.5
3.5
weeks of
weeks.
training.
Look,
you can get
guys, it's erroneous because I quit running, and we all know that.
Oh, gosh.
But what are we running for this week? All right, I'll go. I'm running for cooler temperatures.
Ugh,
I know. Diana is literally freezing to death.
I'm so cold.
But I'm running for cooler temperatures. That means I can put on a heavy cotton hoodie
Ugh.
and run outside in my mesh shorty shorts. So yeah, cooler temperatures. And if it just stays cool, I don't want snow. I don't want ice. I don't want precipitation. I don't want any of that nonsense. I just like the cool. That's me.
And I woke up on Saturday morning and was so cranky. Or was it Saturday?
Yeah, it was cold,
or Sunday?
man.
Sunday,
Whatever day
it was really cold. Sunday
It was
cold.
like 41 degrees in the morning, and I was super cranky before the run.
It was like upper 30s in the Pinelands.
I'm not
We'll
sure
get to
that I'm
though,
running
but
for
yeah.
cooler temperatures this year, which
No.
is weird for me.
No.
I normally like them.
Remember when we were in Florida a week and a half ago, guys?
I know.
Soaking
Yeah, I
in
do.
a pool. Yeah, it was sunny, and then we were in a pool,
Yeah.
and then we were in a hot tub.
Oh, boy.
Caffeinated in a hot tub.
Drinking
Oh, my
Caffeinated.
God.
But we'll get there.
my
Okay,
God, guys.
Aaron, what are you running for?
Well, as of the day that this podcast releases, it will be November 1st, which is the month that I turn 40. And so I am running all month for my birthday month because I get a whole month for my 40th.
You and Tom.
40 is a big one. I will preface this for our listeners' sake and say Erin's going to be so obnoxious.
I'm going to be so obnoxious.
Just the entire month. And then she's going to talk about the month next month. So
It's going to be amazing. It's my birthday month, guys.
we are looking forward to celebrating with you.
Starting my countdown. I officially came up with 40th birthday T-shirts for my my Space Coast race. So we've got shirts and outfits and all ready to go, man. I'm super excited. Can't wait.
Yeah. And if you're coming and you haven't let us know, let us know somehow.
Yeah.
Send us a message if you want to get in on the T-shirt action or anything like that. We'd love to have as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Space Coast.
It's going to be amazing.
I know a ton of us are running the South course. We have some folks running the North course.
And by some folks, we mean Chris from the Games We Grew Up With
Just
podcast.
one person.
We were just
Yeah.
giving we were giving him so
Jack-
much crap on Saturday about it. Like we were just
No,
coming
I
at
have
him.
another friend, Jackie Cabrera, is running the North course also because she's decided she wants to see the spaceships or
That's
the
a good
Space
reason.
Center.
Can
So-
I switch?
No.
Oh.
Do they actually see
cannot.
the spaceships or do they just see the big white
I
building?
don't know. I think they just see the building, so I don't get it.
Anyway,
I don't know.
Anyway,
we have a ton of people going down. If you're going down to Diana's point, please let us know.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. I want to meet all the people.
Um,
Oh, what am I running for?
Yeah.
I'll jump in. I'm running for, and this episode is coming out the day after Halloween. And based on how it's going right now, I'm going to have to run off all this Halloween candy I'm eating. Because it's non-stop. Like, I don't even know why I buy it. We don't really get trick-or-treaters. I just buy a ton of candy. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Baby Ruth's because the only time I buy them is Halloween, and I forget how good they are every year.
They are really good.
And
Yeah.
then I have one again, and then I'm like, God damn, Baby Ruth's are so good.
What's in a Baby Ruth?
I don't know, nougat and peanuts.
And caramel.
Oh, I really have no idea what a
They're
Baby Ruth
so
is. I don't
good.
think.
They're
Now I'm
so
gonna have to go
good.
buy a Baby Ruth.
They are a good
I don't think
bar,
I've ever
yeah.
seen like a Baby Ruth in the store. I feel like I only see them in these like mixed packs of Halloween candies now.
me and some friends when I was young, we found a map in my my attic.
Oh my god.
And so we followed the map to this old house on like the coast, and there was this criminal family, mom and two sons, well 3 sons because the third son they kept chained up in the basement,
I hate you.
and he had an affinity for Baby Ruths as well, and Rocky Red ice cream. But
That's just one of the many things Sloth and I have in common.
that's true.
Oh,
She
God.
is like Sloth. Michael, what are you running for?
I am running for pumpkin beers and candy.
Controversial.
Candy corn.
No, it's not controversial.
It's not controversial. It's good.
Candy
Let's be
corn
real.
is
It's good.
the truth, and I will
Yeah.
stand by that.
Yeah, I like candy corn too.
Did you
Yeah.
guys see the very mature conversation that Anna and I had on Instagram the other
Yes,
day?
and I agree with her. I love popcorn, and I don't know. We were traveling when you guys were having that disagreement, so I honestly don't know what it was about. I just know it was popcorn. But I will weigh in on candy corn because I love it.
Well, she told me my taste buds are dumb.
Yeah, we bought some. Well, candy corn's good. I'll have to get a little bit, but we bought some pumpkin beers.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we went out the other night, so after our runs this weekend, I was like, "Oh, let's go get." We were like, "Oh, let's go get a burger."
And a pumpkin beer.
Yeah, and we went to a place across the street that has tons of beers and burgers.
They were out of pumpkin beer.
They had no pumpkin
yeah,
beers.
you needed
I'm
to
like,
buy
what do you-
pumpkin beer a month and a half ago. You need
Well,
to
we
buy
bought-
like winter
did. Well, we
lager
did.
right now.
Yes, I know. Well, so we were just disappointed because they were all
Yeah.
tapped out. Like pumpkin, they usually have pumpkin and pumpqueen and a couple others, and they were all tapped out. And we're like, ah.
So we just waited. We came back home
And then drank our
pumpkin
own pumpkin
beer.
beers.
Yeah, so it worked out in the end.
I would say liking candy corn again and finding that joy should be one of your goals.
Oh,
That's true.
look at that
See?
transition.
Do you think you can get it?
I don't think I can go get that goal.
And now, it's time for our Will Run 4 Goal Getters. Congrats on making your goals, you getters. Oh, who runs this shit?
All right. Goal getters. We have Kate still going strong with her running, trying to add CrossFit regimen back into the mix at least 3 days a week. Mrs. lifting, but it's been hard to do with renovation supplies taking up most of my garage. That is a problem. That could be an issue. Robert, our friend Robert, continuous quest to PR every distance of road race from 5K to marathon. He PR'd the Delaware Distance Classic 15K by 8 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
That
Oh,
checks
wow.
off.
Come on, Robert.
Yeah,
Stop it.
He PR'd a 15K by 18 by 8
God.
minutes. 5K.
I can't.
So far he's done 5K, 15K, half, and full since June. Next up
Wow.
is the Run the Bridge 10K on November 7th, and then an Rothman 8K on Philly Marathon weekend, November 20th.
Oh, man. Damn, look at that. 5K, 10K, 15K, half. Oh, 8K and
Yeah.
a full. Jesus.
Yeah,
Robert.
man. Meghan Avis.
Avis.
Oh.
Who's this? This is a new person.
Ooh.
We haven't heard from Megan Avis before, have we?
No, I don't think so.
Where'd she come from? Probably some swanky resort in Florida.
Where they serve lots of alcohol,
Yes, where they have lots of drinks.
where we waste away.
We survived the wedding without any major meltdowns. I can't thank you guys enough for being there for us. You will hear that we had an amazing weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And two of us had a really great time in hot tub.
Oh, my God.
with delicious coffee.
Right?
And not in the way that you think so.
No, not in any kind of
God. My God.
dirty way.
Keep moving on. Keep moving on.
Speaking of
Perfectly-
dirty,
Yeah, perfectly imperfect Maria. Her only goal was to get me to run 0.37 miles for her birthday, but I went above and beyond like a true bestie. I ran 21.37 miles.
Which I like how he then tried to justify it's 2021 and I ran the 0.37 for you.
We'll get to the full story later, but I was going to do 23.7. And it was the end of back-to-back 20s, and I was like, look, I'm not getting to 23, so
Oh, God.
we're going to call this at 21.37 because the car is right up there. But let's see. Let's do this. My goal was to pace a faster half marathon, the 2:20, and 2:15 on Saturday. I was able to do that even though the course was long by a mile.
Oh, gosh.
I
would
would
suck.
revolt.
Did you see?
I would
Okay.
a mile.
Yeah, she posted, and because she does pacing pretty frequently, she
Yeah.
posted her watch, and it was like 13.96 or something like that.
Wow.
And
Wow.
that's not bobbing and weaving. That is like that's
Yeah,
insane.
No, that's a lot. That's quite a bit.
Talk about messing up your pacing, man.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Jen Hall getting stronger, getting faster, lose a few more pounds, and finish the OC half marathon in November, and then the WDW marathon in January.
She's got it. She was looking so strong when we saw her.
Yep.
She looked awesome.
Oh, yeah. She's going to kill
Yeah.
it. Steph McGuire ran 4 miles for the first time since 2019 for her 40th birthday last week.
See, that's what
Happy
you
birthday.
see. 4 miles for 40. That's reasonable. That's what
makes
us
sense.
normies do.
Yep.
That's what I used to do. And so last year was the first year I did like something stupid. And I'm not even doing something stupid this year. I'm just going a fun run.
Yeah, we're doing
I
Space Coast. That's
See?
true.
I'm so young. So in 15 years, when I turn 40,
I wish.
I might convince you guys to do 40 miles.
Oh my god. Lisa knits and trains. Her goal was to run 15 on Saturday and ran 13 with a running group when I got home and decided to run the last 2. It was a split 15, but still 15. I'm aiming for 17 next Saturday, training for Space Coast Marathon next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, a split in the same day is...
It still
that's like
counts.
It still counts.
Lisa Knits
Definitely.
and Trains is a new name to us.
Yes.
Lisa, come hang out with us at Space Coast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if you really want to run a slow half marathon and then also listen to me complain a lot, you're more than welcome to join.
Well, it says she's training for the marathon.
full marathon.
So she's
Oh.
going both directions,
Well-
north and south.
She might be
God,
done by
no.
the time
She'll
we're done
probably,
half.
I was just going to say, she's probably going to be done before.
So we'll see you at the finish line.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, figure on that.
Irregardless, we should
Oh,
meet you.
God.
We would love to meet you there.
Yes.
Second star Megan. My goal is to start moving again, and tomorrow I'll be doing my first training walk. Get it? That
Yep.
sounds great. Wilson 50 by 50. My goal is to complete state number 6 in my 50 state journey this weekend. That is awesome.
Yes.
Thank you to all the goal getters out there.
Yes, guys, we have a bunch of...
You know who didn't send in a goal? I'm gonna bleep that.
Oh, my God. Why does he yell at us when we curse? But
No,
then he's
no.
allowed to just drop an F-bomb like
Yeah.
it's no big
Yeah,
deal.
yeah,
It's
because
fine.
Let's talk about karate chop.
it's karate.
He's going to talk about karate chop.
He didn't send it in because he didn't go sub 3, but he still BQ'd. Stop being a and send in your goal getters, karate.
Also, can you please, like, if you're going to run a distance, can you please not stop your watch at like 4.89 or like 7.92? Can you finish the miles? I know you're fast. What, you got the time?
Just 3 seconds, you'll be done. Like,
I swear.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
yeah, his goal marathon, I think he was at like 3:13 or something.
Yeah,
But
no,
it
I
was a super windy day.
think it was less than that, right? Because I thought he had to get a 3:10 for BQ.
Maybe something like that. It might have been a little less than that. But regardless, he looked at, or irregardless, he looked at, he checked back, and everybody struggled the second half because of wind. So,
Oh,
like,
boy.
you know what? Step your game up.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
You're a goal getter. We're not going to let you sulk about not going sub 3.
Oh, gosh.
You don't hear me complaining.
Guys, I love all of our goal getters. We have we had a bunch of new names this week, and that's super
I
exciting.
love that.
That is exciting.
Some new listeners.
Yeah,
If you even if you've been listening for a while and you've never sent in a goal getter, just or if you've never sent us a message, just let us know you're out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So,
Yeah.
I guess
Diana,
bringing us to our
Tom.
main talking points, even though we've babbled forever.
It's only been 27 minutes.
That's true. It feels like a lot longer.
Guys.
Anywho, how's everybody's training going?
Oh,
Let's
my
start
goodness.
there.
training. We're gonna go with training first.
Oh,
Start there.
Let's talk some Hell Week.
I was gonna say
some Hell Week. Yeah, so that's pretty good for training. Some Hell.
we're not doing Hell Week. We're doing
We're doing 2
one
days. Yeah.
workout today, and then we are doing Thursdays, which I think is going to be elevation.
Why didn't you just do all 5 this week?
Because I didn't want to.
Oh, God.
That's a valid
Michael
reason.
can't.
I can't.
Michael
I'm
can't because he's
tapering.
tapering, so he can't take that. Even today,
I
during the
modified
all outs,
today, too.
he didn't even do the all outs. He just kept it at
I
like a
just
steady
trotted,
pace
yeah.
the whole time.
Look
I
at
was
you.
smart.
Yeah.
Training.
He's
See?
smart tapering,
training.
apparently.
Oh, see, that's good. That's smart. So, for those of you guys who don't know, it is Hell Week at Orange Theory Fitness, so the cult of Orange Theory. And so it's a Sunday through Sunday challenge, and they do a really intense workout, a little more than a normal class, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little more intense than a normal class every day. And then to complete Hell Week, you have to pay a little bit extra because, I'm not paying enough already. So you pay a little bit extra, and then you get a T-shirt if you go to 5 classes. So basically, you just pay for a T-shirt
And do 5 classes.
and do
Well,
5 classes.
You get to add the extra classes. So
Yeah.
that's what you're paying the extra for, because we have the 8 class thing. So if you pay the extra, you can add the extra classes, right?
I have no idea. I don't think
know.
so.
I don't think so.
I don't
Oh,
think
really?
that's how
No,
that
that's
works.
just
You have
for
to so you have to save all your classes.
Yeah, that's
to
just
Yeah.
for
the end.
The extra is just for the T-shirt.
Oh.
No, all right. You peasants only do like the 8 class. I'm unlimited, so I don't even have to think about that.
So the people who aren't unlimited have to save their classes all up for Hell Week if they want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you
Yeah.
can buy classes.
You can buy classes,
You
yeah.
can buy classes a la carte whenever you want.
Yeah.
Whenever you feel
okay.
it. But the Hell Week thing's
I
only
forgot about that.
$15, so that doesn't pay enough to get you extra classes,
yeah,
I don't
okay,
think.
yeah.
No,
it wouldn't.
definitely
It
not.
wouldn't. It wouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, so
That's definitely-
you're literally paying $15 for a shirt then.
Yeah.
Okay,
For a
You're
T-shirt,
paying
I got you.
for a
yes.
shirt,
I got
and
you.
to have my butt kicked. I like these little challenges. Tom's really motivated by bling. I like these little like short, you go to X number of classes type thing. In October was really bad for me, so I feel like I'm trying to get my money's worth as well, since there was like so much travel this month, and then last week when we got back, I wasn't motivated to go, so I only went like 2 times last week, and I should have gone 4, but
Yeah.
so.
Now
So
you're
I
jumping
was feeling-
into 5.
Yeah, so I was feeling very unmotivated, so I figured this would get me back into it, which it has. I mean, I'm getting up.
That's good. I think that's the goal of those little things like the Everest Challenge, Hell Week, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I also didn't realize Hell Week only comes around once a year. I thought maybe they do it a couple times a year, but it only comes around once a year, and it's always this time of year, which means that it would be really difficult for us to ever do it, because like next year we're talking about doing the Javelina 100. So like it'll never really fit into our schedule.
Well, it's a heavy race time.
It's
of
a heavy
year.
race time of year.
Yeah, fall.
Yeah.
Do you think it would really impact it that much?
Well, the squats and all. Or what-
Yeah.
I
I
didn't even do
guess.
like the lunges and all today. I kind of eased back on those because they, man.
It just
they'll tear
adds
you up.
extra recovery time
Yeah.
that like you don't have when you're doing high
Or
mileage.
races, yeah. Or even if like you have like the double halves coming up, if they happen to fall at the wrong week.
Tom agrees.
Yeah, they're the wrong week, all right.
Yeah,
but
I don't know who would do that.
Yeah, today's was 14 minutes of rowing, and I
Yeah.
hate rowing more than anything in all of Orange Theory. Every time we have to do like a benchmark row, I hate it. And
I
so
hate the
14
rower.
minutes was absolute hell. That was the literal definition of hell for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it when you row and then you get off and then you do something else and then you get back on it.
Yeah,
Like, I feel
14
like it
straight
breaks it up.
minutes is, yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like 14 minutes like where you're getting prompted to like do different things that like, okay, now this isn't all out. It was just row for 14 minutes. So
Yep. Yeah.
that was miserable. It was like all burpees for like the whole 14 minutes on the floor yesterday was burpees.
Oh, God.
my God.
And it was like different kinds of burpees.
Oh my God.
So I forget if it was timed. I feel like it was timed. And you did ultimate burpees, which you have weight. So you go down, you plank out, but then you do a push up, and then you lift your arms, one each, and then you come up, and then you do like an overhead press,
God.
what the hell is this called?
Curl.
A curl into an overhead press, and then back down, and then each one. So you started with that for whatever the time was, and then you had a 30-second recovery where you just had to sit in a squat. Okay, this is why you couldn't do this poor race weekend. So then you had 30 seconds where you had to sit in a squat, and then you took like one of the items off. So then you had to do a set of the burpees, but this time you didn't have to do the push-up. And then the next time you didn't have to do the arm lift, but you still were doing the burpee.
So you slowly
worked down. And then the
worked
next
down.
time, so then you slowly worked down. And then for the last whatever it was, like 30 seconds or whatever, it was just like as many like fast burpees as you could.
Oh.
It freaking sucks.
Nope. Burpees are I think that's one of the first things I ever talked about was that I wasn't looking forward to ever doing burpees, and you were like, they don't really do them that often. And thankfully, they haven't really done them that often.
No.
So I am glad that I did not partake in yesterday's.
Yeah.
Good luck, Diana, for the rest of the time.
So I'll keep you guys posted. I'm going to try and post after every class just for accountability because I don't post enough on Instagram. So, although this is after the fact when this episode is going to come out. So if I didn't
you'll
post,
know already.
You'll know how it went. I don't know. They're all themed. I did not dress up on Monday.
Oh.
I did wear my tie-dye today.
Oh, ours is Disney Day today.
And then tomorrow's pink for us because on Wednesdays we were pink.
No, today was Disney Day, so I have my...
Oh, that's fun.
I run to burn off the crazy Stitch shirt on.
Oh, adorable.
And only one other person wore Mickey pants, and that was the entire class. I was like, today was actually a 3G, so we had a lot more people in it for the first time.
You finally had a 3G.
Yeah. So there was a lot of people, and nobody had any Disney stuff on, and I was sad.
Oh, I think I don't know. For our 6:15 class, not a lot of people dress up, but when I go to the 7:30 one, a lot more people dress up. But with my schedule this week, the 6:15 is just working better. So, but other than that, I haven't been ever since we did the 16 miles. We haven't really done much, but we were the weekend after that we were in Disney, and then the weekend after that, no wait, we were in Disney. Then did the 16 miles. Then we were at Mark and Megan's wedding.
And then it was this weekend.
And I did 5 miles because we did the Hysteria Oktoberfest 5-miler yesterday or on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I've done 5
we all
miles,
saw that in the
that's really all I've
stories
run.
where Diana looked absolutely miserable and looked like she was going to murder the people she was with because that's the look that she had on her face.
I was so hungover. And also, it was freezing. I did not want to be there. I was so cranky.
No.
I was so cranky. That's always a great race, though.
It was a really good race. I feel like it felt okay. Like I met some new friends on the course because I was running slower intervals than Lisa, Chris, and Diana. But my goal is to get some miles every day, like a mid-level run on Wednesday and a long run on the weekends, and not be lazy.
Yeah. Well, since you've got a half marathon coming up, I mean, I wouldn't do that thing where you go out and say, I'm going to run every single day. Like, I'd pick a couple days during the week. And
I didn't run today. I'm going to try to get like 5 miles in tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I'll do a long run on Saturday or Sunday, Yeah. But
I could tell I wasn't feeling good because this is such a great course. There's a little bit of an uphill, but there's a big uphill at the end. But it's mostly downhill. This is my 5-miler PR. I love this run. It's just like, I don't know, it goes back on like the Columbia Lakes, and then it ends at Hysteria, and you get beer, and it's great. So,
And there was a medal this year.
That's a good incentive.
Absolutely.
yeah, I had a peanut butter lager that was fantastic.
Ooh.
They had pumpkin beer still.
Yep.
Oh, good for them. Yeah.
I had a gin infused blonde ale.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I had a sip of that beer because I was still
Oh, yeah, you
hungover
were
from the night
dying.
before, full of chicken dip and regret.
Yeah, so Tom was, when we were at the wedding, like, Tom was feeling good. I got a little out of hand on Saturday. Tom was fine. He was like buzzed and feeling good. This past Saturday, it was like pirate eye Tom.
Man.
Like he was done on Saturday
I was
night.
expecting to see that at the wedding, actually, and I was surprised that we never got that Tom.
It was, and I talked to Matt Algeier about this. It was one of
Frumpa,
those
not Frumpa.
It was one of those hollow leg nights
Mm.
because I went to the bar several times, and I don't know what it was. It just, some of those times it just isn't taken.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
want to dwell
well,
on that fact, but yeah, the weekend was rough. I'm running more. I'm feeling like I'm motivated to run more. My goal is to just be prepared for Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'm going to try
That's
and
it.
run 8 or 9 miles this weekend. We'll see if it happens.
Yeah.
Well, my training is not going. I don't know. I'm just kind of running whatever I feel like running, and I don't know how that's going to pan out for me for marathon weekend. I had originally planned to I
Follow
sort
a
of have
training
a
plan.
training plan, like outlines, but I'm not being
I remembered
very
that.
strict about it, and it hasn't
Now that
really
you say that,
it hasn't
I'm like,
really
oh,
happened. Yeah, it hasn't really happened. I mean, this weekend I went out for 13 miles, 13.7 for Maria, and I survived it. I can't say it was great, but I mean, I guess I'm still able to chug along. I don't know, guys. I don't have the motivation. I don't know what it is. The fun runs are going to be fun, and I will survive them because I will be with friends, and I know I have the muscle memory to get me through it. I'm not sure what marathon weekend's going to look like, though.
well,
I'm hoping
marathon
to-
weekend is like a fun run.
It is, but it's still 26 miles.
Unless
got
you run with
plenty.
Michael.
And you still have to get through it. Right now, the plan is to run with Maria and get her through her first dopey.
No, so you got to be the positive one.
Yeah. Guys, I'm
Hey,
not...
Vic, good luck, Maria.
Have fun with
Get
that.
at it. Yep.
You're like, hey, I need a ship to take me across the Atlantic. Is the Titanic available?
Oh gosh. No, I do plan to get out there and get at least a 16 and maybe an 18 miler in before then. So I'll be fine, Maria. It'll be fine. It's fine.
You'll be fine.
You got time.
Absolutely.
You got time.
Michael. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, we've been talking about dopey training like next year, and Tom
Oh,
and I are
yeah.
both already like, oh, God.
Because that starts pretty early in the year, right?
yeah,
June, July.
Yeah, because basically, whenever Charles Street 12 is like when we should be running 12 miles. So basically, as long as we're trained
It
up to
works
that
out,
race,
yeah.
it like works up really well for the summer.
Oh, kill me.
But yeah, it's gonna be miserable.
You're gonna do it.
I am debating dopey.
Do
I'm
it.
I'm doing dopey
I mean,
2023.
I'm
so
not concerned about the mileage. I'm just concerned about getting up 4 straight
God.
mornings.
I mean, obviously that's
I'm
always been my
concerned
concern.
about the mileage. The
I'll get you
mornings
through.
do not bother me.
We'll
the
get
mornings
you
do not
through.
bother me at all.
Dopey 2023.
Yes, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I just don't want to get up to
Well, I
4
never
days.
did either. That's the whole point of me never wanting to do Dopey, but I've
But
promised.
if everybody's doing it, I'll do it.
I have promised several people that I will be doing Dopey
And
2023.
it's so expensive.
And I have promised Susanna that if she decides to do a 100-miler with me, that I will do 3 Dopies in a row. So, Susanna, get on that.
So like the other thing is, it's so expensive, and like,
We'll survive.
all right. Sorry, I guess I'm doing it 2023. Anyway, my training.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
He was always going to do it. He just didn't know it.
Oh boy, wow. Wow. Guess I have no say. So what was I doing? Oh, I was training for Batona. I did that. I haven't run a ton of miles. I had some pretty consistent weeks between rocking the knob and now, other than our little jaunt to Florida. I was doing about 30 to 40 miles a week plus 3-ish Orange Theory classes. And so I wasn't really sure, like, where I was fitness-wise, like, for running 55 miles. I was like, I wonder if I can actually do that. So this was my test week. Like, I did 3 Orange Theories, or last week, I should say, was my test week. I did 3 Orange Theories, and then my goal was to have a huge weekend of around 50 miles. That started off poorly. I went out Friday night. I wore the wrong shorts. I didn't bring squirrel's nut butter with me. It was 75 degrees when I went out, and I had 1 water bottle to go 13 miles. I was
You
like,
didn't bring your belt?
I didn't bring the correct belt. It was a whole S show.
I watched that whole Instagram story, and I usually don't. And I was like, oh, God.
And so I went out 3 miles, and I was like, you know what? I'm just turning around and going back because I'm like starting to chafe, and I'm like, I don't have anything to prevent that. So let's just cut this off before it goes bad.
Smart though, because that could have ruined the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was like, I got 2 big days after this. Let's just call it. So I get up the next morning. Everything was prepared perfectly. I left in the daylight, did a 20-mile loop on the Pineland trails that I'll be running on. And everything went very smoothly, very steady, just stayed a very steady pace, right around what I want, like a little bit slower than what I want my race pace to be. And, practiced fueling and all that, and went great. So I was like, all right, let's see how Sunday goes. I was going to do another 22-ish. And so I start out in the pitch black dark in the middle of the Pinelands where Jersey Devil lives. About 2.5 miles in, my light breaks.
Wasn't that soon in? I thought it was. Oh,
yeah.
I didn't realize it was that soon in.
Literally doesn't like fade out, just stops.
The wire or something broke on it.
Oh, my God.
It is pitch black. All I have is this little hat brim light and my phone to see.
This is my fault because the Pineland Striders were doing. So the Pineland Striders do a series called the Batona series where they break the run that he's doing, the 55 miles. They break it into 5 different sections.
Legs, yeah.
So through the entire season, you do from September to January, you do every month one of the legs. And then you get a certificate from like the official certificate from the run club at the like year-end like awards thing. So this weekend was one of the legs.
It was the second leg.
It was the
so it
second
worked out
leg.
well.
And so the girls that I've been running with, Meghan and Emily, had wanted to do it. So I said, okay, because it's a one-way leg. So you have to like make arrangements to park your car at the end and then drive to the beginning of it. And then you run one direction. So that starts at 7:45. And I was like, well, if you start at like 6:00, then you could be because he ran leg 1, which then meets up to where leg 2 starts. So I was like, if you run the beginning of it, then we can all run to like you can meet the Striders and you can run the leg with us, and then we can drive back to the car. Like I can put my car at the end and we could drive back to the cars.
Yeah.
And so that meant he had to
out.
start at 6 o'clock in the morning.
And 6 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the Pinelands is really dark, by the way. And there's nothing around.
Yeah.
So, yeah, literally I was running and then it was like basically my eyes were closed. It was so dark. And I'm like,
Tom, how would you feel about running in the woods with roots and rocks?
there's
Well,
no
it's not real rocks,
There's no
but-
rocks at all.
and
Definitely
murder.
roots.
You're in the woods.
And murder.
I mean, if it was a horror movie, I mean, it was like straight up pitch black. I was like, oh, it's like, God damn it. I was like, oh. So I put on my hat light and my phone, and thankfully there was only like another half hour till I got enough light to see. So I ran holding my phone out in front of me like this to see the trail, and with this little brim light guiding the way. And fortunately, I know the trail pretty well. Also, it went out in the hardest part of the trail where there is actually a lot of roots and leaves. So I had to go slower there. But once I got through there, it was fine. I ran good, and it was actually went really well. My legs felt great day 2, and I actually felt good about where I am training wise, and we'll see what happens race day.
Felt good. Okay, so like let's talk about feeling good. At like mile, I guess it was like at that point he was at mile 44 of his 48-mile week. He starts running faster, and like we all start running a little faster too. Like we were doing like a steady 11:15 to 11:30 the whole time, and then all of a sudden we're like going into the 10s, and like Emily and I are like, why are we running faster? And like
'Cause I wanted
Michael's
to get
leading
done.
the pack, and I'm like, what is happening? And then all of a sudden we're like 2-ish miles from the finish, maybe 2.5 miles, and he freaking takes off. And Emily and I are like, we're not running faster than we're running right now. And so luckily Meghan is a little faster
Yeah, she's
also.
pretty quick. Yeah, she stayed with me.
So she stayed with him, but I'm like, I am not doing this. And Emily looks at me, she's like, I don't think that I can run faster. I'm like, it's fine. I'm not going to run faster. You're fine.
Well, that was her first time ever running on sand.
Yeah.
And it's very sandy.
yeah.
And I was like, look, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to empty the tank and see what I have and see how I
So
feel.
he starts running at 10-minute miles for absolutely no reason.
It was fun, though.
He's a dummy.
But I felt good. I'm very
Good.
happy with where I'm at. So,
You're feeling yourself.
Yeah.
Good weekend.
Guys, I'm not going to
I'm
lie
proud
to
of
you.
you.
I'm not going to lie to you. I said it to Emily when we were running. I was like, I am surprised at how well his weekend went.
no confidence.
I am
Look at
a
that.
terrible,
Look at
terrible life partner.
That is terrible.
Well,
I
you guys haven't had the most successful year running, I would say.
True.
Like,
Yeah.
there has just been, like, your year running has just been a series of misadventures. And,
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
that. This is true.
it's true.
it's just.
It is true. And so I think I was concerned because even though he's been getting some miles in, it hasn't been super consistent. We've been away a lot. He hasn't done like multiple weeks in a row of it. Like I wasn't quite sure. I felt like even for me, feeling confident that he could do it, I wanted to see that this weekend went really well for him. And I am super glad it did. And I'm super proud of him.
Yeah, I don't think I walked at all either of the 2 days, really.
Yeah.
Other than when my
were-
light went out and I was trying to fix it.
I mean, we walked a tiny bit, like when we were eating and stuff. But other
Yeah,
than that,
but
we
I mean,
didn't- yeah.
like I didn't like have to stop and walk. At
Oh
any
yeah,
point.
yeah. No,
Like
I know. What
the
you
only
mean.
walking was, oh, let's take a picture, or I'm gonna eat something. And actually, I ate most of the time running.
Yeah.
So I felt pretty good. I don't know. It went really well. Felt pretty easy, actually, weirdly enough. Felt like the old days.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens race day. Who knows? Maybe I die in the Pinelands this time. Who knows? Stay tuned.
Whoa. Okay.
No, you'll kill it.
So let's talk about wasting away in Margaritaville.
Oh, wasting away in
Oh, God.
Margaritaville.
We for sure
Wasted away.
wasted away.
So, I mean, we could do our thing that I like to do, which is recap every hour by hour. Or we could talk about the highlights. You want to talk about the highlights?
Highlights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
highlights.
So
we
first
went
day-
down. Yeah, we went down just to give you guys some context. We went down for Mark and Megan's wedding. Tom and I somehow got invited. We don't know
I
how.
still don't know.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it. I was just so happy to be included.
Yep.
It made my heart so happy. So thank you guys for including us. So yeah, we made a weekend of it, and we rented a swingers shack for the weekend.
Yes, we stayed at a cottage at Margaritaville Resort in Kissimmee, Florida. I do recommend it. It was actually really, really,
It was
really
a very
nice.
chill, laid-back place.
I mean, we stayed in the cottages, so I can't speak to the resort.
Hotel itself.
But
yeah.
I would assume that the hotel itself, from everything that we've heard from everyone
good.
else that stayed at the hotel rooms, that it was very nice. But we rented one of the cottages, a 2-bedroom cottage, and the 4 of us stayed together. And I think on Saturday, Matt Frumpa came
Yeah, he
and
joined
hung out with us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're ever down in that area looking for a place, Margaritaville.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very laid back.
Yeah, I said I would actually go back, and that's the kind of place if you want more of a relaxing
Yes.
vacation.
Agreed.
I'm gonna drink in the pool vacation.
Yeah. But then you also maybe want to do an afternoon in Disney or something like that. If you happen to have an AP or something like that, it'd
You're
be
close
kind
by.
of the perfect
Yeah.
place for that, because you could just go over for a meal someplace in Disney or in that area. But yeah, otherwise that pool was amazing.
Oh yeah, so great.
So we all got there, and immediately we went to Universal for for Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Which
Wait, no, I'm sorry. They rebranded it Hollywood Horror Nights.
Stop it. I kept calling it Hollywood. Whatever. It's
Also-
Halloween.
Can I also just say, when we were all saying, "Oh, should we do this?" Erin, for some reason, has missed all advertising for Halloween Horror Nights or the name horror, and she thought it was going to be Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. She's like, wait, this is going to be scary?
I'm like, what do you mean there's chainsaws and axes and people jumping out at me and people dressed as ridiculous clowns and monsters, and
It was just one of those things that just made me laugh way too hard. Where I was just what? It just made me so happy. So
prior to this year, I've never been to Universal ever in my entire life. Now I've been multiple times
In the past
year, and since February I've been there 3 times, and I knew nothing about Universal, so I knew nothing about this party.
I had never been to Universal either, and we had a good night. We saw a bunch of our friends. We got to go in some of the haunted houses. You guys did some rides.
Mm-hmm.
We all went to see the show, the Nightmare Show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was
Dave.
wild.
Dave just called it the show to me when he told me that we had to
Yes.
go. He said we have to go to the show, and he told me to trust him that it is the best show.
It has fire
It is pyro.
and pyro, yes.
And a lot of leather.
A lot of leather.
Leather.
A lot of fire.
A lot of fire. It was
Lot of-
wild.
A lot of gyrating.
It was
A
wild.
lot of gyrating.
It was also had some Cirque du Soleil type stuff, where
Yeah.
they had somebody on what did it the rope, not ropes,
Swinging from
Swinging
cubes
from- yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah.
things.
Aaron and I had a moment as
Acrobatics.
well where I confessed something to her. And that something was I don't understand stage magic at all. I never know how they're going to do a trick. I never, it always surprises me because I
Guys.
don't really have any understanding of how they do it. And Erin said she's the same way.
So
that
something
she doesn't
happened-
understand how magic
Something
works.
happened in the beginning, right? This thing happens in the beginning, and Diana and I, poor people in front of us, because Diana and I are sitting next to each other,
Oh my
and something
God.
happens, and both of us are like, "Oh, how did that happen?"
It's called magic, first of
Yeah.
all.
Also, the trick that you guys gasped at was not exactly the most complex
And Michael,
illusion
we,
that's
yeah,
ever
well, we
happened.
get out of the thing, and Michael's like, "What do you mean that you don't know how that happened? This is how it happened." I was like, "But how did? But that doesn't make any sense. And he's like, how does it not make sense? This is how it happened. I'm like, no, it's not how it could possibly happen.
I don't understand how they do any of it. Like, where like a person's in a cage and then they're not in the cage. I don't understand how any of it works.
I don't.
And I know
don't either.
it's
fine.
mirrors, but like I don't understand.
I don't know. The poor people in front of
It's
Diana.
an illusion, Michael.
And Diana and I, the whole time, we're like gasping and trying to figure out like how shit happened. And like,
Oh my god.
the one guy in front of us just looked at us at one point and we're like, it's fine. We're fine.
Oh, is that why they left?
Oh, no, those weren't those people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not
All right.
those people. Anyway, moving along.
Friday, Diana and I went back to Universal to do it during the day.
Yep.
We did a bunch of the Harry Potter stuff, which I'd never seen. We did Velocicoaster, which is terrifying.
Nope. Nope.
But amazing, right?
It's so
No.
good. It's one of the best
No.
roller coasters I've
Nope.
ever been on.
Nope.
It's the scariest roller coaster I've ever been on. I
Yes.
was legit scared on it.
And not
And
scared
like,
because of like not scared because of like the things that are happening on it. It's like the actual roller coaster itself scared you, right?
Yeah.
Like
oh,
the,
you can't see any of the dinosaurs. You're moving too fast.
Yeah, I didn't even know there were dinosaurs. My eyes were closed like the whole time.
See,
It was
that's
so
why I didn't go on
long.
it.
You're not strapped in tight enough, I don't think. And I'm one of those people that likes to go flying out of their seats,
Not me.
but not on like a twisty one. And roller
Yeah.
coasters usually don't scare me, but I was legit so scared. I had to close my eyes for like half the thing.
See,
And there were points where it goes faster, like
that
it was
right there
long.
is why I didn't go on it, because I knew I was going to close my eyes, and then what is the point of being on a ride where I'm not even going to like enjoy it because I'm just going to close my eyes the whole time and be terrified? Like
I was
that
so
to
scared.
me is not
It was-
enjoyable. And
It was
Michael
fantastic.
gave me a hard time for not going on it,
It's a pretty awesome ride.
but I didn't want to do it.
And I'll sometimes close my eyes on a roller coaster if I'm scared. Like sometimes when it's loopy, I'll close my eyes just quickly, but then I'll always open them back up because
Yeah.
I'm not closing my eyes because I'm scared. I'm closing them because like, ooh, I'm a little afraid I'm going to get nauseous or something.
Yeah.
I was literally so scared I had to close my eyes.
And that's how I knew I was going to be. And so then I felt like, what was the point in going on it?
Did
So I
you
didn't.
have your eyes closed on that big hill?
I don't know. I closed it. That first half they were open and then the second half they were totally closed.
I know that
I didn't.
the tailor said that when you come down that big hill, it looks like you're just going to hit the ground
It was
because
so cool.
it just goes straight
Yes, it's
down.
pretty amazing. It is. It's. I mean, that second half is really wild. Yeah.
It
No,
was so
I'm good.
scary.
I'm
And
good.
then, yeah, it would go over these, like, boosters, and you'd go faster, and I'd be like, how's it going faster? Like, and multiple times I was like, if something crazy would happen, I'd be like, all right, this has got to be it. It's going to, like, go into, like, the home base. And then it would keep going. And I was like, this is the longest ride I've ever been on.
Yeah, it was fun. It was
Yeah.
it was a fun time.
I
Yeah.
said, and I kind of said it when we got there, and then I kind of talked myself out of it. We should have just paid the $100 for the express pass, although I think it's
Oh,
more
yeah.
than that. Like for like the cut the line, because it was busy enough that day. I felt like we needed it because
Okay.
every line we waited in was like 40 minutes long, which it just eats up like such a big chunk of the day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we could have done everything if we had done that. So that I guess is my lessons learned. Or 2 days. You could do 2 days, I think, without the pass
yeah.
and do
That makes
everything.
sense. Yeah, I could see that.
Well, when we went, it was just so back in
Yeah, there was
August, it was
nobody
so
there. It
dead
was
that
pretty
it was
quiet,
actually
yeah.
pretty awesome that we got on basically everything we wanted to. What did we do Friday? Friday, we went to Epcot,
Oh yeah, we went that.
saw the Taylors, saw the
Yep.
Ganos,
Yep.
got on Ratatouille.
Yeah, Ratatouille was decent. It's fun. little
There's
ride.
screens, and I don't know that what I was expecting, but it wasn't.
I
like,
prefer Mickey and Minnie's.
It was a
Runaway
little
Railway.
too
Yeah.
screeny.
I do
That
too.
like the beginning of it, when they do one of the first things when you get to the big screen and you kind of see a drop kind of thing with the 3D screen, I got really nauseous immediately and was like, oh no. And I had to close my eyes for like a full like 10 seconds to like
recoup.
recoup.
Yeah.
So I think I missed some stuff, and like I knew once we hit another screen, I had to close my eyes. So like that was another one where I don't know. I feel like I missed half the ride because I kept having to close my eyes to make sure that I didn't feel sick watching the screens.
Yeah. We did it when we were in Paris, and it's basically the same. I think it's a really good ride, but I think, I don't know, with all the screen-based rides, I do think they're creating like a barrier for people. And then I agree with Michael, because Tom and I were saying the same thing, that I think Mickey and Minnie is a better experience because it's for everyone. And even though it's kind of screen-based, it's not 3D. I think screen-based is okay, but I think the screen-based combined with the 3D
is the problem.
Is the problem.
Yeah.
So I think,
I
I honestly think if Ratatouille wasn't 3D, it would be better.
And then we saw Harmonious, which I thought was trash, but I won't go into that.
That's another podcast.
Yeah.
That's a whole episode.
Yeah.
Now I wish I would have stayed so I could have a better opinion. When we were there, I was so tired I had to leave. Like, I could not be there any longer. It was like one of those days. So it was like, we'll be back, so I'll see it then.
Yeah, we didn't have a good view of it at the beginning where we were standing, but we were only in Canada, so we were only 20% off from the center, and I still felt like we couldn't see any of the center projections. I know we got there later, so some of it was that like there was like people in front of us.
It was really
But even
crowded,
at that,
too,
like I still feel like what I could see, like you just couldn't see the projections that well. And for a 360-degree showcase, I think you should have a 360-degree show.
I agree with that.
Yep.
So
I would agree
that's
with
one
that.
thing.
I think that's
the
my
disappointing part
issue
about it.
with it. And I think that maybe if I had been able to like enjoy a 360-degree view, I might have a different opinion of the rest of it. But because of that, it clouds my entire judgment now.
Yeah, I'm a little torn because I do really like the projections, but it does limit like where you can be and how many people have a really good view.
Just pro tip, if you're on the fence about Harmonious, save your time. Go to Animal Kingdom. They have a new show called Kite Tales.
Which looks amazing, actually.
Plays every hour on the quarter hour.
Tom has a video of it. He kept recording video, and you just hear me giggling hysterically.
Oh God!
Oh, that's amazing.
in the videos. And I don't know what they're doing because I keep seeing clips of Lion King, but when we saw the show, it was all Jungle Book, and there was no Lion King.
Yep.
So I don't know if they alternate Jungle Book and Lion
maybe.
King, or we went literally opening weekend where like the jet skis crashed. Like I don't know if they were like cutting stuff. Like I don't know what we saw.
Yeah.
Maybe they were like, Baloo doesn't fly the way that we hoped.
And Tom and I were like, we have to see this because it's going to be gone in 3 days.
Yeah, you got to see it.
And it's still there, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right,
Oh, my God.
So now we're through Friday, and we wake up Saturday.
Yes, I went for.
And
Did I go for a run Saturday morning?
Yes, you did.
We did the 5K course that we were mapping out for the next day for the
that's what it
Margaritaville
was.
5K.
Yeah, we mapped
and
out.
then
Yeah.
you went to run on the side of 192.
Yeah, then I ended up
like a weirdo.
running down the side of the highway at one point, and then got in the hot tub.
Oh, yes. Before we went
Yeah.
over to the pool, you got in the hot tub with your coffee.
Had a first cup of coffee.
You had your
in the
first
hot
cup
tub.
of coffee in the hot tub and didn't change or anything, just went straight to the pool.
Yeah.
And
From
here
there.
we're at the pool. Now, we're at the pool at Margaritaville. Mark and Meghan rented, I think, was it 3 cabanas?
3 cabanas.
Yeah, they were awesome.
They were awesome.
Which was amazing.
Yep. Which meant that you had a personal server who, Jacob, who
Oh
does
my
not listen
God.
to this podcast,
Yeah,
but I'm
no,
still going to give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Shout
Yeah,
out, Jacob.
My God.
Man,
No, Jacob retired after that.
probably from how much
Jacob
money he
saw
made
us
from
coming
us.
a mile away.
That guy, we had sucker on our foreheads. God.
So the thing is you know, it's Margaritaville. You're by the pool. You're going to order fruity drinks, margaritas, rum runners, that kind of thing. So Jacob is like, we have these souvenir cups, and if you buy a souvenir cup, your refills are cheaper. That's all that was said. There was no dollar amounts said at all. I don't even think anybody asked how much is the souvenir cup. And when we got there, like Mark and Meghan and some other folks that were there were drinking from the souvenir cups, so clearly we had to get them.
They're just like they look like little mini blenders, and they hold a lot more alcohol. I mean, to be fair, they are bigger drinks because when you get a refill, they've got to give you like the 16-ounce cup plus a little 4-ouncer because it's a 20-ounce drink. So it is a larger drink, but you're also paying for the larger drink because it's like $5 more than the regular.
Yeah, you're
like,
not getting a deal.
Drink. You're not getting a deal. We didn't know these things. Mistakes were made.
So we had a blast. We partied all day. There was music. We were in the pool.
Are we gonna tell them how much these refills were?
Yeah, we are.
Oh
Because we were also drinking them pretty quickly because
here's
were
the
having
thing,
fun.
right? Here's the thing. Is that service was, while excellent, was a little slow because there's so many people,
busy,
right? They're very busy. He had a lot of cabanas to take care of. We wanted to make sure that there was there was always a steady flow of alcohol, right? So the problem was that, well, more so than us, Diana was a very give me 2 drinks every single time because we had a refrigerator. We had a refrigerator in the cabana.
Oh, yeah,
so
we had
she
a
was like,
refrigerator,
I'll order 2 at a time and put one in the refrigerator.
Ingenious.
So she always had a drink.
Yeah, I always had a drink. Everyone else was waiting like a fool.
There were times that we had 2 drinks. There was times we had 1 drink. There was times we were literally every single time he came though and gave us drinks, we ordered our next drinks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like every single time.
And we were there for a long time.
A long time.
From like
and for
noon to 6:30 when we got kicked out because they were like, get the F out.
Yeah, they literally kicked us out. They also, we started off with the frozen drinks because it was hot and they looked cute. But for some reason, we were like, these don't taste boozy enough. Like idiots. So then, instead of keeping with these fruitier frozen drinks, we switched to straight margaritas, on the rocks.
And listen, I
tasted like booze.
Okay, Diana's logic made sense to me, right? Because we figured that the frozen ones were pre-mixed and they were just in those those when you go to some place and they have those big serving things where you can see all the
machines.
fruit. Yeah, thank you. And then they just pour them out of there. So she was like, they're probably pre-mixed. They probably don't have that much booze in them. So after the first 2, we were like, they don't really taste that boozy. We should try. Maybe we're not getting our money's worth out of these. So maybe we should switch to just straight margaritas where we can taste the liquor.
Yep.
Because we're smart people, guys.
And we tasted it.
Oh, we
a lot.
did.
And we tasted it.
And how much were they, Tom?
Before we get there was one point towards the end of the night or the end of the day where Diana was double fisting and just sort of wandered off into the middle of the pool.
Oh God!
And just started maybe
floating.
Was floating, but not paying attention to who's around us. So she would just bump into strangers.
All right, I watched the video and strangers were bumping into me.
Okay. We checked the tape and it wasn't her fault. And then we got the bill.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And Tom yells, "Do you want to know how much this is? It's going on your credit card."
So, and this is just for 2 of us, me and Diana. And there were probably, call it 10 of us total, 10, 12 people there.
Yeah.
Oh, there was more than that.
Yeah.
There was all throughout the day, there was more than 20, I would say.
Yeah.
Because Mark's family was there. We didn't talk to them. I'd say in our little group, we had the Taylors and the Gainos and us and Matt and we saw the Jessicas and Mark and Meghan, Dave. So Tanya, her friend Tanya hung out with us for a little bit. There's probably 12 to 15 of us off and on in our little group.
So not everybody was probably pounding drinks in the same quantity that
no one was.
We were, but there are people that were keeping pace a little bit.
Yeah.
So
there was. Yeah.
When Diana and I got our bill, it was $600. And then we looked at, and it was itemized. Every refill of that souvenir cup was $18. And he hands it to me with a straight face, and I'm like, you said it was cheaper. You said this was a cheaper option.
It would have been cheaper to just order margaritas.
To that, yes, it would have been.
Yeah.
But to be fair, you guys had a couple extra drinks on your thing because I think that you bought for the bride and groom.
Yeah, you did buy for the bride
I
and
think
groom,
you
right,
also bought me one without realizing it. Sorry, guys.
I'll send you my Venmo.
No, and that's also Tom's MO. Like, if you ever go out with Tom, Tom likes to buy around for everybody. That's a normal
I'm
thing.
actually
I do
pretty
like
sure
to pretend I'm fancy.
That's actually what happened, and I don't know if you remember it, but I think that at one point when he came back and I ordered another round, he said, put that one on ours.
Look, I'm in Margaritaville. I'm wasting
Oh,
away.
my God.
I was a cheeseburger in paradise.
You
And so
need
I
a new
wasn't
latitude
going
to
to
change your
complain.
attitude.
That's true.
There was some food too.
There was some food. That's right. There was some food.
Our
There was
bill
some
was
chicken
mildly
wings.
lower.
There were some chicken wings involved with Tom. Our
yeah.
bill. I will say that between the cottage.
Oh God.
Well, not including Frumpa because I have no idea. He wasn't there as long as us. But between the foursome on
my
this
God.
podcast, we hit the four figures.
Oh yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well over it.
Yeah.
And so mistakes were made and alcohol was had, but so was fun.
Yes.
It was really fun. And Jacob just
Made a lot of money from us.
made a lot of
Jacob
money.
had a great
He day.
He was a nice guy.
The problem was he told us his name.
That was the
Yes.
problem.
With it
And
Yeah.
then
And we were screaming
just
it
shouted at
the
it.
entire day.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
And not related to anything. We are starting a Patreon.
Just until we recoup what happened at the wedding. Okay. So
So
the
then-
pool time was great.
Yes, we walked back to the cottage
We were only like it's like a
we were
block
kicked.
away.
We were pretty much kicked out. So we were supposed to be out by 6:00, and we were not out by 6:00.
a little after.
They may have been like, "Please leave."
Well, I think Jacob was done for the day, so we had to settle up.
Please
Yeah,
leave. Well, it wasn't
yeah.
even the settling up. It was
He
the guy who
he
was
needed to-
cleaning up after us.
He needed to get paid.
Yeah.
Also, to be fair, they were kicking us out of the cabana, not the pool.
Not the pool.
Yes,
yeah, we
that's
could have
true.
stayed
Yes.
at the pool.
That is true.
True.
But we chose to leave immediately the second we got back to the cottage. Diana and Michael got in the hot tub with coffees in their hands. Somehow they got coffees. They got in the pool
Where did
with
the
that.
coffee come from the first
I actually
time?
have no idea.
Oh, I had made it earlier in the morning.
No.
I honestly,
And then we came in and I was like, ooh, I'm going to have some coffee and get in the hot tub. And you were like, that's a great idea.
I honestly had no idea. All I know is I was outside, and then all of a sudden you guys were in the hot tub with your coffees. You drank the coffees, and then spent the next hour begging everybody who would listen to you
For
to
another coffee.
make you more coffee, which Frumpa tried to make you coffee and did not know how to make coffee.
oh my
And we
He does not.
We learned.
He does not know how to make
Let
coffee.
me explain how he made coffee. It's a drip coffee maker. He puts the filter in, puts the coffee in, and then pours the water on top of the filter. And all the coffee floats out of the coffee maker. What happened? I was like, what is going on? And then Tom doesn't know how to make coffee either.
I knew how to. I knew how.
You
I knew
knew
the
better than
mechanics.
that.
I knew the mechanics.
And then the Taylor showed up. Right?
I made coffee. I ended up making the stupid coffee for you.
Yes, but you didn't get it for us.
No, I made the stupid coffee for you. At that point, I think the Taylors were there. The Gainos came right after that, and Kenny took mercy on you guys and went and made you
We
guys
were
coffee.
sitting in a hot tub with empty coffee cups begging for coffee.
And Diana's like, I like it like caramel. I like it to look caramel colored. And I'm like, some woman just offered to go get you your coffee, you toll. And you're like, I like it caramel colored.
I thought that was easier. Because I didn't want it black.
So we spent the evening chit-chatting with friends.
Yeah.
We
Yes,
ordered some,
Robert
we ordered
stopped
some
over,
pizzas.
Yeah. Pizzas.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
ordered some pizzas, had some beer, like some beers, not too much. And then we sort of retired for the evening because the next morning
We had a 5K.
we had a 5K.
Meanwhile, we all woke up at 2 a.m.
Oh yeah.
It was a rough night.
And I mean, it's not like we had coffee at 8 p.m. or anything. Like that's why it was so weird for me to be drinking coffee that late because I shame you guys about it all the time. And
That
what
was
I
the
say
best
will
part.
happen. What I say happened to me.
Yeah.
I woke up like it was day at 2 a.m.
Yes. Yeah, me too.
All right, so the next morning. Oh, during all of this, Aaron was hand sewing tutus,
Tutus.
and
At the pool.
and veils at the
It's true.
pool,
Walking to the start
walking
line.
to the start line. So,
Well,
way long ago, I had asked for people to leave a review and give me a task so I could run. A long time ago, Meghan was like, did she leave a review or did she just
Yes.
ask me to run? She asked us to run this 5K the morning of her wedding, and me to be the runaway bride in a tutu and a veil.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which
And
did.
I promised that I would make you a sparkly tutu, and I did. This is why I was making the tutus at the pool, because the sparkles were insane.
Oh, they were everywhere.
And I refused to do that in my apartment here and have to clean it up for the rest of my life. And then I got to the cottage and realized that it would make a ridiculous mess there. I was going to have to do it outside. And so then I just brought everything to the pool with me. And then I enlisted the help of Kenny and Tanya, and they both helped me finish making the tutus with all the sparkle. And then they had glitter all over them for like probably days.
So the morning of the race, we had matching shirts. I forgot who made the shirts because they were amazing.
Jessica Holmes.
Shout out to Jessica. Those are some amazing shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And so we all put on our race stuff and we met at this part near at Margaritaville. And Aaron, you had already mapped out the course.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say 80% of the people that were at the wedding were at this race.
Yeah, actually a lot of
Yeah.
people, yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
way more than 20 people for sure.
We took some pictures. Some pictures turned out better than others. We took a lot of photos.
Yeah.
And then we ran our race.
Michael missed a turn and got us all turned around.
I did make the wrong turn.
Guys, there was also a guy we asked to take a picture of us.
Oh my god.
Who
Oh,
this
God.
poor guy did not know how to
This
take a
poor guy.
picture.
Took a video
And
of people's feet.
we figured out afterwards that it was a video. It was like 4 1-second videos. And I could tell that the picture was not at like the way he was holding the camera. We were not in the picture. And so when we got the picture back, it was like half of us were in the picture and the rest of it was all feet.
Was it
Yeah.
the relative of Quentin Tarantino?
I giggled
been.
for like 20 minutes after seeing that picture.
He knew we are starting an Only Yams page.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, we started the race. It was fun.
Had a fun
We had-
little 5K.
it was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Lots of
burn the
photo-
booze out.
Yeah.
Photo
yeah.
opportunities.
Yeah.
The wedding itself was
Oh, so
absolutely beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meghan is one of the prettiest brides I've ever seen. She looked so great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she looked so great. She looked so great.
And then
we
yeah,
all started drinking again.
Yes.
we all started drinking
Although,
again.
I have to say it didn't go as downhill as
No,
I
I
expected
was.
it to.
Yeah, no, it didn't. It didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it was one of those hollow leg nights where
Yeah.
Yeah.
the amount you drink does not equate to how drunk you are. The food was good. Everything was great.
We danced a lot.
We danced a lot. Yeah, I tried
Well,
to do
Diana and I
tried to
danced
do
a
the
lot.
worm.
Michael
Oh, yeah.
danced almost none.
I don't dance.
Hold on. I danced.
You
Tom
did.
danced.
I would, but you weren't out there the whole time. Diana and I were out there like 95% of the dance time.
Because
Yeah.
I'm tired. No, it was great. It was great, and I tried to do the worm.
Oh yes,
And
I have
I'm-
video
That
of
was
that.
your-
If anybody would
That
like
was
to
your
post.
worst worm yet.
I am officially retiring the worm. I'm way too old.
It was the saddest worm.
It was the saddest thing I've ever done.
Oh my
Megan, we got through the entire wedding without the worm, and at the very, very end, after all the lights were on, the
Yeah.
DJ was gone and everything.
That's usually when he does it, honestly.
Megan
at a
called
wedding.
you out and was like, "Tom, you were supposed to do the worm." And
Yeah,
so there was a
I
lot
really
of
hope she
attention on
forgot.
you too during that.
And it was so silly, and I'm just it was more of a slug. It was more of a slug that someone had poured salt on. That was the equivalent of
Yeah,
But yeah.
Oh man.
it was a good time.
Yeah.
Good
It was
time
great.
had by
beautiful
all.
wedding. Beautiful wedding.
Yeah.
Thank
Aaron
you very
cried.
much.
I
Yeah.
cried a lot.
Yes, she did.
I am such
Yeah.
a sucker. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
There was a lot of crying.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Her daughter came out. She looked beautiful. I couldn't help it. I cried. She I don't know. I don't know. When else there was some other time that I majorly
Jason
cried.
did.
And everyone was making fun of me, and I don't remember
Oh,
when
yeah,
it
I
was.
forget what
Was
it
it during
was.
the actual first dance? I think it was
Maybe
the
it was.
song. Yes, it was during the first dance
It
because
was
it was
the
their
first song.
song. What?
It
No,
was
I
the
can't
Tangled
remember.
song.
Oh
It was,
yes,
I see the light.
yeah, and I don't know, between the song and the love and all that, it just got me.
Yeah. It was really nice. It was a great wedding. Thank you guys so much for including us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a fun weekend.
it was really, really fun. Yeah.
We all lived.
We all did
We
live.
all lived.
And now we need somebody else to get married so we can do it all over again.
Should we do something good?
Yeah.
We should do something good.
Yeah.
All right, let me start. We mentioned we had some folks over this past weekend, and I might have gotten a little out of sorts. It's because we started smoking old fashions.
Oh man.
I had this this kit that has different flavors of old fashions. So like maple bacon, pumpkin spice, black walnut, and then pecan. And then we have a smoker that has different flavor of chips. So we and we had already been drinking beer, but then we started smoking old fashions, and they were
no.
delicious, and they got away from me, and that's the reason my run on Sunday morning was a nightmare. But something good is smoked old fashions.
Something always weird, something weird happens at our house whenever we have people over. It turns into a 1950s party. When all the men are gathered in one area, and then all the women are gathered in another. And I looked around at one point. I was like, "What is happening? This happens every time we
Oh
have
my
people
God.
over. What is that?
The men retired to the study.
Yeah, and we're
To study.
smoking to smoke old fashioned.
God.
It's what life is this? Oh goodness. Well, my something good is I don't listen to the show. It's been so hard for me to listen to podcasts working remote. But I did start listening to The Friendship Onion, which is Billy Boyd and Dominic Monaghan's podcast.
Oh wow.
So for you guys who aren't super nerds like Michael and I, they were in the Lord of the Ring movies. They played Merry and Pippin. And I've loved them forever. And I'm catching up because they started over the summer. But it's really cute. It's really wholesome. They tell some Lord of the Rings story. They talk about whatever they feel like talking about. And it's so weird because they're at the right level of celebrity where they have good stories, but they're still normal people.
Yeah.
So they talk about going to the grocery store and stuff, and you're like, what? It's surreal to me. Some of the same stories that you hear on the special features, which I make Tom watch of Lord of the Rings. after we watch the extended editions. This is my in between Christmas and New Year tradition.
Takes forever.
Takes forever.
We did it last year too.
A couple of the same stories, but mostly new stuff. And they've had guests on, so Elijah Wood was on and Sean Astin was on. But most of the time, it's just them talking about how much they love each other. It's really cute.
Oh,
so that's something good. There's a lot of commercials. I will say that. Like, they got to get paid because they're not at the right level of celebrity. So there's like one too many commercials.
One too many. My something good is a little band called Soviet. They are like kind of like gay throwback to kind of post-punk new wave-ish, mostly post-punkish Italian band. They're a current band, but they have that kind of sound. Kind of doing a deep dive into their little catalog and been really enjoying it the past week or so.
I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, no idea who that is. Diana's gonna hate my something good, but I'm going there. I'm doing it.
What?
You season 3 came out.
Yeah.
And we binged it in like 2.5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the first day we did it, we only got through like 2 episodes, but the rest of we binged the other ones in the next 2 nights. It's just about as bonkers as I remember.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure whether or not I was going to love the 2 of them together. The beginning was kind of
I feel like it got better
okay.
as it went along.
I think it got better, and the relationship between the 2 of them evolved in a much more fun way than I was expecting. The end is just like, I don't even know. It's just it's ridiculousness, constant ridiculousness the entire time.
My favorite episode might be a camping one that you might be up to soon.
Oh gosh, yeah, we're about 4 in, and I mean, it's not like I liked season 1 and season 2 because it was just kind of like dumb, mindless TV.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've reached my limit of dumb, mindless TV in the last 2 months. Every show we've watched, people are incredibly dumb, and she did something so dumb in the 3rd episode, I had to stop watching for 2 days.
Yep.
But I mean, that's like what they're dumb.
Yeah.
And it is mindless, and you're like, this is total ridiculousness. And things happen that you're like, I don't understand how they're out in the daylight and no one understands what's happening. Or if he just puts on a baseball hat, he's like Clark Kent with his glasses, and suddenly no one knows that he's Superman. I just like, or that he's there stalking someone.
Yeah.
It's just very like.
Did season 2 come out when? Like, I'm wondering if season 2 came out while we were recording the show, because we would have definitely talked about it.
I think it did, didn't it?
I don't know. I mean, I think it
that's
would
when
have.
I woof you happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think we did talk about it.
Oh
yeah.
God, who knows? But yeah, season 3 came out. It was super fun. We watched it super quick.
It got more fun as it went along.
Maybe we'll talk about it again when Diana and Tom are finished and do a spoiler show, since I can't do spoilers right now since they haven't finished it.
Yeah, no spoilers.
So once they're finished, maybe we'll go off on it at some point.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end. Thank you all for listening. Please like, subscribe, share the pod with anybody that you know. Follow us on all socials. Tell us why you're running. But this is Tom for Aaron, Michael, and Diana. And in the immortal words of Jimmy Buffett, who turned old people liking margaritas and being retired by the pool into $1 billion empire.
Oh my God.
I say to you, take it all in. It's as big as it seems. Count all your blessings. Remember your dreams.
Oh my God. What in the world?
Remember your
I don't know. It's a Jimmy Buffett quote.
Is it?
Remember your dreams.
Wow.
And your salt shakers. Your salt shakers.
Your salt shakers.
Shakers of salt.
I need everybody's opinion. We were
Yeah.
talking No Slubs Run Club.
Oh yeah, he wants to start a No Slubs Run Club. Maybe start a little Discord group or a little.
No, just for shirts.
Oh, just for shirts.
For marathon or for races or whatever.
The No
No Slubs Run Club.
I love that.
Patent pending.
Patent
Patent
pending.
pending.
All right, y'all.
Don't steal our idea. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Tom did an actual ending. Yay!